Well, good morning. Today is Thursday, June 6th. My shirt of the day. We don't have any birthdays today. It's a little chilly. I came out here to start my opening and realized it was cold and I had to go in and get a jacket. 60 degrees, but the sun isn't out. It'll come out though. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. I know. I am no Gina Pearson by any means. She has a beautiful voice, and she had a video up the other day, and she did sing in it. Well, we haven't got any birthdays that I'm aware of, but today is my son Danny and his wife Shannon's 4th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. They only get the short version because they don't watch my videos. If they watched my videos, they would have got the whole version, but nope. Kick me to the curb. I know this is one of my 2 big shirts. Somebody had told me that I need to buy some more shirts. The problem is that I have to find the ones with the same sayings. I can order them, I know, because there's these stupid geese. Not stupid, that's a bad word. We were never allowed to say stupid. They fly over my house like about 7:30, honking. I don't mind them, but they're just, well, they're mean. They're mean birds. Anyway, I wrote down some stuff. Usually I sit. In the winter I sit, and so I can have my cheat notes, and they're not so obvious, but when I'm out here standing, it's obvious. But I want to make sure that I see things that kind of hit me in the morning when I get up, I kind of scan through my comments just to kind of see what's going on. And then later on in the day when I have time, I sit down and, you know what the problem is when I answer them on my phone, it's weird. It doesn't take right away or whatever. So I prefer to do them on my iPad. But my routine in the morning is I wake up, get out of bed, and then I go to the bathroom. Then I go back into the bed, get my phone, I read the news feed on Google, and then I have another newsfeed channel or whatever. I read that, and then I read my email, and then I go to Facebook, and then I go and play all my games, and then I go to YouTube, and then I kind of just skim through the comments, and then I get up and get dressed and go for my walk, and then sometime during the day I answer my comments. But I saw these comments, not that you needed to know all that, but I like to share. Dish with D came up with the perfect name for Wonderland. It has a connection with my family, D, too. My family loves, absolutely, and I cannot stress the word loves enough, The Wizard of Oz. When we were little, not when we were little, because I was always grown up when they were little. When they were little, when we would watch Wizard of Oz when it came on every year, they would say the lines. And to this day, they can say the lines. And so that's just our perfect movie, Wizard of Oz, in case you didn't know, Wizard of Oz. But Dish with D names Wonderland Emerald City. I have to remember that. I'll have to tell Christy when I reach Wonderland, I've reached Emerald City. Follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road. And that's what I'm going to do until I get to Wonderland, and then I'm going to rename it Emerald City. So thank you, Dee. I love that. Also, Diana Antu just used some of her wellness points, and she's wondering if anybody else has used them. I have probably 5,500 wellness points, not reports, points. And I keep looking, and there's things that I want to get, but I don't know. I was thinking of getting some of the food, and I just wonder if there's any foods of the wellness and I don't know, is it just like the cookies that they offer? Because I just see the box of the things. And because somebody, who was it? I watched so many of them for the vegetarian collab. And I think Carrie, Weight Watchers with Carrie's used it too. It's like a little tube of queso cheese that's 1 point that you can heat up and then squeeze out. I'm gonna look again. I was waiting for the Kohl's because that's what I really wanted was the Kohl's, but they don't offer that anymore. And I don't need another water bottle, and I don't need another tote, and I don't really cook from a cookbook, so. But I'll find something on there. But anyway, what foods would you recommend that I order? Because I think I'm going to order some food. Joan's Pointed Plate told me if I'm ever in the New Jersey, Philly area that I should stop by and see her. Um, Jim lived, well, didn't live, well, he did live there for a year. I've told this story before, and I'm not going to cry this time when I tell it. But when when in the 80s the construction was really really bad around here, and Jim had to work out of state. So in 1984, he worked in Boston for 4 months. And my family, my father's family is from Boston, so I have aunts, uncles, cousins. I have the whole bit there. So they took care of him. I mean, they fed him. He had a social atmosphere around him. But probably he came home then because there was some work at home for maybe about 4 or 5 months, and then he had to leave again, and he had to go to Philadelphia to work. And he lived in New Jersey, but he worked in Philadelphia. And I think, or else he worked in Philadelphia and he worked in New Jersey. One of the two, I can't remember. It's not important. But anyway, so Jim left, and we didn't have any family friends. We could have used you then, Joan, but not your fault. But so he didn't know anybody. And when Jim left, he weighed probably, I'd say probably close to 320, 330 pounds. He was a big guy. He was really overweight. And he would send home money all the time, but because he had to send money home and that, and he didn't have family there to support him, he couldn't come home. So we called, like we talked all the time, long distance. It's long distance, hurry up, come to the phone. Remember that? It was like, don't waste it. Or you'd call person to person, and you'd ask for somebody that wasn't there just to let them know that you arrived, so that they would know you arrived there safely and it didn't cost you anything to find out. So he worked there almost a whole year. So I never saw him for the whole year. And then he was coming home, and I went to pick him up at the airport. My sister drove me to the airport to pick him up. And that was when you could go right to the gate. You could go right to the door when they came, off the plane. And I was waiting for him to come off the plane. And I was in a crowd, and he walked right by me. And then he come around from behind me and tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around, and I didn't recognize him. I'm going to cry now. He weighed 175 pounds. He didn't have enough money for himself to eat. So he sent the money home for his family. And so he ate very sparse. And so he lost a lot of weight. If that's not love, I don't know what is. But anyway, see, I'm glad I got sunglasses on. You can tell by my voice, but I always remember that. Of course, he made up for it. He's put some weight back. My good cooking got that weight back on him. But no, I didn't recognize him. It's just like, even when the kids, well, Christy didn't even know him, because it was unfortunate, because when he left, Christy was like 18 months old, and when she came back, she was like 2.5. And she didn't know who he was. And then Jimmy and Danny were kind of like, because he looked so different. He just looked so different. But anyway, Joan, could have used you. I'm sure you would have gave even Weight Watchers food. He would have at least eaten. Debbie Clark's daughter Jennifer is out of recovery, and she's doing better. But she still needs prayers. So keep praying for her. Nancy Rice thinks that she's going to have knee surgery. All I can suggest, if you have the knee surgery, is push yourself beyond what you think you can do with your therapy, because therapy is the whole thing. The knee replacement is nothing. The therapy is what really makes the knee work. And it's painful. I'm not going to lie. It's painful, but it's a good pain. It really is. I'd have to say that the pain that I had before I had the surgery was way different, way worse than the pain I had after the surgery. So that's, if that makes sense. Kim Bedgood told me that Zero Foods, we're not supposed to scan them. I don't have a list of Zero Foods. I know that they handed it out. I'll have to look through my books and see, because I'm sure I have a book somewhere. But I've heard that you're not supposed to scan 0 Point foods. And Priscilla Strong said that she thinks that one of the reasons that it changed, because I always buy fat-free El Paso, fat-free refried beans, and they always scanned at 0 before, but I wonder if they changed the recipe, because she thinks, or the app, she said some of the things on the app have changed, so I guess I'm gonna have to start scanning some other things to see. And Lou G told me that I was in Arkansas, not Missouri. I'll take your word for it. Obviously, you should know, but I didn't. I didn't know that. Barbara Pask said that she has so many hummingbirds she gets swarmed. I saw 3 of them this morning, and Jim saw 2 of them, so it's official. We always say, like, if you kill a fly, it's not considered a kill unless you have a body. Because, you know, you can hit a fly and think you killed it, and then 3-4 minutes later, it's buzzing you again. We have to have an affirmed kill before we acknowledge that you actually got that fly. And Carrie Robinson said that the Walmart beans are 0. I don't ever shop at Walmart. I think Debbie Wolf said the same thing, that, you know, like, fat-free beans are supposed to be 0. And Sharon Swanson, rather, says she likes my shirts. I love a shirt with a saying. I know that I'm probably way, 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 way too old for them, but I don't really give a rat's because it's me. It's who I am. It's my personality. My personality on my shirt. So, okay, I'm babbling. Jeez, oh Pete, look at 11 minutes. Ugh. I have my whole day. Thank you, Bee, for Bee's Journey. Today, before I got out of bed, I took my app and I tracked out my whole meal for the day, and I decided what I was going to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And when I went to the freezer, because I was going to have chicken, I don't have any chicken, so I am going to go to the Kroger's today and just buy 1 piece of chicken. I didn't do a Kroger haul yesterday because in the summer, if you shop on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I think it is, or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm going to be safe and do it on Saturday. You get double fuel points, and Jim uses the fuel points. So, okay, enough. Let's go. Stop it. Well, that was a nice walk. It was a little muggy towards the end. We're not supposed to get rain today, but the sun's still not out. But it was chilly when I left, and now it's a little close. But I'm going to go in and drink my water. I got some running to do. I had to get a new box for my TV, so I have to mail that back. I got to get my pool water tested. I have to bring my books back to the library. And I'm going to get a piece of chicken for dinner. So, busy day ahead. Stay with me. Well, guess who's going to be driving me around like I'm the princess that I am, right?
Miss Daisy.
Yep. He's going to be driving Miss Daisy. She's all dressed up. Okay. Say hi, Jim.
Hi.
Okay, I'm going to eat my breakfast now. And I'm going to eat the cereal dry. I'm going to eat it like a snack. It's not Christmas time, but I love that mug. I started my day with a prayer. I drank 60 ounces of water. My quote is, permanent results come from small changes every day. 3 points for my breakfast, 3 points for a cup of my Cheerios, and 0 for the egg, berries, banana, grapefruit tea, and water. So I still have 21 points left for the rest of the day. Well, as you can see, I'm back to eating 3 meals a day. So this is my lunch. I'm going to have some turkey pepperoni from Boar's Head. I'm going to have a couple olives and some of my pita chips. Now, once again, like I told you, they're already pre-measured. So all I had to do was grab it. I didn't have to worry about getting out a scale or checking any of that out. So it's a 6-point lunch. 1 point for my 28 grams of turkey pepperoni, 1 point for my cheese stick, 3 points for my 27 grams of pita crackers, and 1 point for my 5 olives. It's 6 points. So I still have 15 points left for my dinner. So I'm just going to have a cup of tea and some water also. Okay, it's time for dinner. I have a 13-point dinner. 0 for my tomato, my peppers, my cucumber, and my mushrooms. I count the chicken breast as 2 points because I use 2 tablespoons of Italian dressing when I'm cooking it. 3 points for my 2 tablespoons of spinach artichoke dip. 3 points for my 2 tablespoons of queso dip. 3 points for my naan dippers. And 2 points for my sugar-free pudding. So it's 13 points, and I have 2 points that I'm carrying over. Oh, I almost forgot. That's unsweetened iced tea and, of course, water. Anita, where's your water? Well, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I know I've been eating a lot more than I normally eat, but I'm going to go by the adage that the more you eat, as long as it's within your points, the more you're going to lose. I usually only eat 2 meals, but like I said, I'm trying to switch up my eating a little bit, and I'm just trying to eat 3 meals. Since I'm eating 3 meals, I'm hungrier, if that's possible. I really am. See my shirt? It does say Boston. Somebody had said, I forget who it was, that I should tell you what my shirts say. My father was actually born in Boston. I think he was born, I know his family moved to Dorchester, but I think that he was born in the North End. I'm not positive on that. I'd have to find out for sure. But he's from Boston, and my uncle, and I have some cousins in South Weymouth, and so I haven't been there in a while, but we just had a family reunion a couple of years ago, and I went. It's just kind of far, you know, that most of my, well, all of my aunts and uncles are passed. It's just my cousins that are still alive there, right? Yep, just my cousins and their children. So I should probably tread my way back that way someday. But anyway, Lainey over at Lainey's Life was wondering if it was a Boston shirt. You're right, Lainey. It was. It was a Boston shirt. So I'm going to close out the video. Tomorrow in the morning, I'm going to go for my walk. And then Denise, we're going on another adventure. She's looking for some barnwood, I think it's called. I don't know what it's. We're just going on another trip, is all I know. And then I'll include her on my video tomorrow, so you get to see her tomorrow. And I think I have a song to sing tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. So I'll see you guys in the morning.